Okay, sounds good. Are you going to be able to do live stream and record the net tonight? Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, Mike, I won't hold you. We'll let you go here. 7-3, we'll catch you during the net. K9G Star will be clear. Stand by for the net. K9G Star to all stations. We will be calling the Friday night fun net in exactly 5 minutes at 8 o'clock. My K9MED is going to be live streaming the net on the internet, recording it for on the future replay of the Friday night fun net central Facebook page. Repeating, We will be calling the Friday Night Fun Net in exactly 5 minutes at 8 o'clock. K9GCR, of course, stand by for the net. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock, and welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport. I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies: have fun. This is what the zombie amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is the PL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. This net is being live streamed around the world on the internet, and it's also being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Mike, K9MED in Rochelle, is doing the honors. Let me reset. Okay, those of you who are listening to this net on the internet, check in on the internet with Mike, K9MED. He in turn will relay your internet check to me via the radio. And if you're out in the sticks, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it because you're too far away from it, because of conditions, or you don't have internet access, just give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central hotline. Area code 815-232-FNFN. 232-3636. Local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check in on the radio if at all possible. We had a hotline early bird check-in. This is from Justin, K9FPO. He's at his dad's house working on a car. So, okay. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short time on mobile stations. If you have family stuff going on or something you want to watch on TV, or you're just passing through and you'd rather concentrate when you're driving, we'll take your short time on mobile check-in, and then we'll, if you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. And then we'll take, then after that, we'll take regular check-ins from anywhere in the area. So that's anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. So, okay. The topic for tonight, this was a suggestion by Kerry, K9MED. We're going to be talking about QSL cards. Do you have any QSL cards that you're collecting? Do you send out any, or what? I have a whole bunch of them here. So that's what we'll be talking about tonight. We'll do our regular features. We'll do the Friday Night Fun Net's Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, FT8, DMR, GMRS. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to bring them before the net. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Well, we'll have the Friday Night Fun Net contest, DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? I only made 2 of them last Saturday. We'll talk about that later. So then we'll have our swap net. You have any items to buy, sell, trade, or want related to hobbies or amateur radio or computers? We'll definitely do that. Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short time on mobile stations that like to check in this time? Please go now. Oh boy, no short time on mobile stations. That's highly unusual. Okay, we'll move to general check-ins. Do we have any general check-ins from anywhere in the region that like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. K9MED Mike down in Rochelle. He's live streaming this net on the internet, recording it for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central page. Check in short time. Okay. Okay, Mike, thanks for checking in. Any more short time on mobile stations? Would like to check in. Please go now.
W9AXD Manton Rockford, mobile short time.
Short time, but I'll be in and out. I've got a couple other things going on, so I may or may not be at the radio.
got 2 stations checked in. W9AXD is at the Boylan, Matt and Rockford's at the Boylan basketball game. Okay, I got you checked in. So thanks for checking. Thanks for checking. We'll talk to you later. Mike, KB9GDD. Davis, was that you trying to check in?
Yes, Jim, that was me, KB9ZDD. I'm going to check in short time. I'll be in and out a couple of times. I've got some other stuff going on, but I did want to get checked in.
This is K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun at K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. KB9GDD, Mike and near Davis and Stevenson County, got you checked in short time. Southerly, Mike, have a good evening and thank you for checking in. Any more short time on mobile station you want to check in, please call now. Okay, we got 3 short time stations at checking in, and okay, of course, so here's how we got N9DL will be Dave here in Freeport, mile east of me, lives north of beautiful downtown Freeport, checking in, it's early bird checking, so did Jamie, W9JTC. He's got a terrible cold or something like that. Then Justin K9FDO has a hotline early bird checking. And now my 3 short time stations, K9MED, Mike and Rochelle, W3MBX and Rockford at the Boylan basketball game, and KB9ZDD, Mike near Davis. Those are my 3 short time stations. Okay, any more short time or mobile stations you want to check in, please call now. Okay, let's go with general check-ins. Any general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region, please call now.
KC9RGG.
K9RGG. Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin. Okay, Norm, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now.
K0SDZ, San Diego Zoo.
K0SDZ, San Diego Zoo. Okay, Bill Rockford, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, one more time for any general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net, please call K9 GCR.
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
E9N, Kurt and Roscoe. Okay, Kurt, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, one more time for any general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KD9MED.
K9MED, Carrie in Rockford, the Duke of Digital DX. Okay, Carrie, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. That's what we're gonna talk about your suggested topic tonight, QSL cards. So, okay, thanks for telling me that. Anybody who has a topic they'd like me to bring up for the Friday Night Fun Net, you're welcome to do so. Just give me a call on the radio or on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. So, okay. Any more general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, well, we're going to go into this topic right now. We're going to talk about QSL cards. You send out QSL cards, or do you collect any, or what do you say about that? Okay, well, all right. Yeah, that's right. Let's go with Norm, K9RGD. Do you have any QSL cards? Do you collect them? Do you send them out or what?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Yes, Jim, I think I sent you a copy of my QSL card maybe a year ago or so, and I find that people don't really use those much anymore. They like to log in on the internet and update their logs there, and so I think they're kind of going by the wayside.
That's too bad. Yeah, I think, your QSL card's in my desk drawer somewhere. So we'll definitely find it there. Thanks. Okay, Norm, thanks for... I know you're going to be hitting the sack here pretty soon. Anything else you'd like to bring before the net?
No, Jim, not tonight. It's pretty cold down here in the shack, and I'm a member of the Rock Valley Fellowship of Reconciliation, and we had a vigil in Janesville this afternoon in support of the people in Gaza, and I got pretty cold out there, and I'm pretty cold down here in my shack tonight. So I think I'm going to get under the covers and get warm. But you folks have a real good net tonight. KC9GCR, KC9RGG.
Okay, Norm, sounds good. You better get some. You should get some kind of like maybe a space heater or something to heat your shack. That's for sure. Or maybe you can fix your furnace so it can provide some heat there to the basement anyway. Okay, Norm, son of the E, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Have a good evening. We'll definitely talk to you next Friday night. Okay, K0 San Diego Zoo. Bill, what's going on with you? Well, of course, you've been in this hobby for many years. Do you have any QSL cards? Do you collect any, or do you send one? Anyhow.
Yeah, I have some that are printed up with my old address on them, and I suppose I could put an address label on them if I use them in the future. I don't know. They are kind of going the way of the dinosaur or the dodo bird, I guess. I would like to see if I can pull together 100 different countries, and I am a member of the ARRL, so I could get my DXCC certificate if I'm pretty sure I've worked 100. I don't know if I've got 100 QSL cards from different countries, but yeah, that used to be the only way to confirm, and now we have Logbook of the World and all those things. I should probably get with the 20th century here and figure out how to do that kind of stuff. But anyway, be interested to see what other folks are saying about that, and stand by a minute. And also, that reminds me, I think you told me you had 3 new people pass their exams. 3 took the exams, they all passed, and 1 even passed the general. I'm kind of interested in what can I do, or what can we do collectively to help people get interested in. A lot of people get licenses, but that doesn't necessarily mean they get involved in ham radio as a hobby. And I think it's a terrific hobby. It's been a real blessing to me, and so I'm just kind of I always think about what we can do to bring others into the hobby once they have got their license. That's been kind of on my mind. So back to net, K0SDZ, Rockford.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember. Let's see. Karen, George, she's passed away now. She was the wife of George, N9WSQ, our club president. I kind of forget her call was, but she took her test, got her passed her technician test, but she hardly ever got on the air. The only time you ever heard her voice was on the old 3.9 repeater when they were advertising like the swap net or something like that there too. So, okay. And I will definitely mention this. Yes, our Steve County Repair Association had our bi-monthly VE testing session this past last Saturday. 3 people, all from the Rockford area, came and they took their test and they passed their test. One not only passed his tech test, he also passed his general test. It's just a matter of watching for the mail and see if that license goes through. It should be, I figure, probably maybe about 2 more weeks or maybe beyond that. Let's see what happens. I'm sure they're probably listening on this net right now on the scanner. One of them even bought a used ham radio from John, K9OBJ here in Stevenson County. I advertised on the our swap net last Friday night. So okay, that's good. Let me reset. Then I want to thank Jimmy K9GOL, Larry H9GO, and his better half Karen, the W9 Verna. W9YUM for coming to Freeport and giving the new hands moral support. That's great. Okay, sounds good. Okay, Bill, thanks for checking in. We'll get back to you in a few minutes for the second go-around. Okay, KD9N, Kurt, you've been in this hobby for a long time. You collect I'm sure you collect QSL cards. You probably sent them out over the years, too.
Well, I'll tell you, Jimmy, back in the day when I was a young ham, and probably for the first, I'd say 10 or 15 years, I did kind of chase some QSL cards, and I know I got started on that when I was trying to get my Worked All States award. And I did that actually as a novice. Of course, that was all CW, but the point would be that I did have paper QSL cards, and I would chase that. Then I got into chasing other countries and sending QSL cards either through the ARRL Bureau or sending them direct. And that was a lot of fun. Nowadays, I don't really chase that much stuff. And the reason is because, number one, it's a little more expensive to do it nowadays, but also a lot of people are doing it electronically. So I do that and upload my QSLs to the Logbook of the World and EQSL, and there's a couple of them out there. QRZ, am I saying it right? Yeah, QRZ has a logging type of thing, and I upload them there. So I don't generally send them through the mail unless I get one from a guy, and he sent it to me direct, and he wants a paper QSL card, then I send it to him. But I don't, as a practice, actually send them out, but I do electronically upload them. KC9GCR, KE9N.
Okay, that's great. That is definitely great. In all the 20 or 21 years I've been a ham radio operator, that's one thing I've never had any QSL cards made at all. So that's for sure. I think they were a little expensive, but I enjoy giving them. That's too bad that it's becoming a lost art, sending out QSL cards in the mail. That's a shame. Okay, Kurt, I'll get back to you for the second round here, and thank you for checking in.
Hey, no problem, Jimmy. Okay, I'll be listening. KE9N.
Okay, Carrie, KD9MED. We talked the other day. You suggested this topic, so I said I'm going to do it too. Okay, how many In all the years you've been ham, I'm sure you collected a lot of QSL cards, and how many did you collect and how many did you send out?
This is KD9MED. Thanks, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. When I was a kid in the 60s, before I was licensed, I'd do a lot of AM broadcast band listening and shortwave listening. And I did get, I think, about 50 QSL cards from various AM broadcast band stations around the United States. If I heard somebody that was far away, I'd write down the details of the programming, you know, maybe 10 minutes worth, and then send that in, and they'd always send me a QSL card back. I don't know what I ever did with them. Brief reset. And when I was licensed as a novice, I wasn't making enough successful QSOs to trade QSL cards with anybody. I've been back in ham radio now for 6 years, and so far I've received 45 actual QSL card, postcard type things, and I think all of them came from the Bureau. I guess the most interesting one I got in front of me right now is OX/L89DL/MM. That was a Marine Mobile in Greenland, Ilulissat, Greenland. Brief reset. Out of the bunch, only 5 of them are from the United States, and the rest of them are from other countries. There's 3 ways to confirm a QSO that I know of. The QSL card is one way, and another way is to email an image of a card to somebody. I've received about 95 of those. And then the third way is through the online databases. Brief reset. I use 6 of the online databases. I upload to QRZ.com, Logbook of the World, EQSL, Club Log, HRD Log, and HamQTH. And the only reason I do all 6 of them is because there are some people in some parts of the world that seem to be kind of loyal to HamQTH or EQSL, and they use that instead of what I consider to be the best one, which is QRZ.com. And the second best would be Logbook of the World. Brief reset. And then the third way, like I said, the third way is by the databases. I have received 12,199 confirmations via the online databases. So if you turn that into QSL cards and assume that it costs 50 cents a piece, that would be $6,000 in confirmations. And I have to say that, in my opinion, doing it online is superior in so many ways. But I don't begrudge anybody who wants to stick with paper QSL cards, and if they ask me for one, I'll send them one. And that was what prompted my suggestion. Brief reset. I had a contact with a fellow, and he not only sent me a QSL card, but he also sent me a self-addressed stamped envelope, so I felt obligated to send him back something. And what I do is I just print something out on an inkjet printer with a picture of my cat. So anyway, the one thing I wanted to close with, I think it's very important to confirm a QSO. Whether you do it by a physical card or an emailed image or through the database, I think it's really important to do that. I get as much excitement from confirmations as I do from the initial QSOs. That's it. Thanks a lot. KD9MED.
Well, Gary, thank you very much for that wonderful explanation there. I think that's definitely great. If you get a chance, you send me one of your QSL cards in the mail. I'll be happy to add them to my collection. Okay. Gary, thanks for checking in. We'll get back to you. Of course, we got your DX report that we definitely want to do here. Okay. Thanks for checking in. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Kerry about his commentary about QSL cards? will move on. That concludes my list. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Day at this time? Please go now.
YBG, Dale.
KD9YBG, good evening, Dale. Beautiful signal tonight. I don't know, I was able to copy you, no problem whatsoever during Chad's net last night, but I guess you were not able to copy anybody. Oh, that's the way it goes with conditions there sometime. Talking about QSL cards. I know you've been in this hobby only for a couple of years, but have you received any QSL cards, or do you send out any, or what?
No, I haven't. Isn't that more or less when you're doing HF? Because all I've been on is VHF, UHF. I haven't talked any long distance on either one of these, really to say too far, maybe 50 miles. And no, so I haven't sent any out, and I haven't received any. KD9YBG, back to that.
Oh yeah, you can get QSL cards from made by hams stateside too. I've got several of them too. So okay, that's about it there. Okay, Dale, anything else you'd like to bring before the net?
Nope, I don't have anything else to say. I'll just be listening. KD9YBG.
Sounds good, Dale. Thanks for checking in. I'll get back to you for the second go around here. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations while I'm checking the Friday Night Fun Day this time? You're coming home to your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. You're getting ready for that big Super Bowl party that's coming Sunday. You just turn your radio on. You've been copying the mail for the last 28, 29 minutes. That's your chance of checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Remember, we're in the region. Without traffic, please call K9 GCR.
W9AXD Repeater, Jimmy.
Okay, W9AXD. Okay, Chad, I'll get back to you in a minute there. K9MED, go ahead, Mike. Oh, okay, Mike, I'll get back to you in a few minutes there. Chad, W9AXD, we're talking about QSL cards. Do you collect QSL cards, or are you sending it out, or what?
Jimmy, no, I don't send any cards out. I don't even get them. I don't look at them. So, nope, I got a couple of them early days, but nothing really too much. I got a QSL card from somebody made a contact on 10 meters using my call sign 30 years ago, which ticked me off. But otherwise, no, nothing for QSL cards. And yeah, Jimmy, I appreciate you helping with my repeater this morning. Definitely works better. We did do some testing on it after the duplexer was deployed, and found out we have getting about 9 more watts out of the duplexer than we previously were. The Motorola duplexer was getting 13 watts out, and now here we're getting about 22. So it's doing better. Erica was on the radio coming back from work, and she was rock solid all the way down from north side of Janesville down to getting home just about. So Peter definitely has been improved yet again. Looking forward to the net next week to see who if it helps Dale at all. Go ahead.
Okay, so sounds good. Well, I'm glad everything worked out for you, Chad, and that's terrific. Okay, I'm going to move on here. I'm going to talk to Mike. So you have a good evening. I might get back to you for a second go around here. So thanks, Chad. Thanks for checking in.
All right, Jimmy. You have a good one. W9AXD.
Okay, Mike, KD9MED, go ahead. Okay, Michael, that is terrific. I'm sure those people watching online will look at that. They'll enjoy looking at that QSL card. Thank you. You're always welcome to check in. We know when I close down the net, I always give you a call to tell you to go ahead and post it and let you know how many check-ins I had and how long the net went. So, thanks for checking in, Mike. Give me your comments or what have you. And well, you're always welcome to recheck in. We'll talk to you later. Well, yes, of course. Let me know if you have any internet check-ins. Okay, sounds good. Any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time, please call now.
N9BWM, short time, no traffic.
I got 2 stations checked in. N4WGN, Bob here in Freeport, mile west of me. I got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a minute there. I want Bruce N9BWM. I got you checked in short time before I let you go. We're talking about QSL cards. Do you collect any QSL cards, or have you sent out any over the years?
No, sir. I never really, never really get into that. I've primarily been 2 meters and 440.
Okay, sounds good. Well, don't feel bad. I never made out any either. So that's the way it goes. Bruce, I'm gonna let you go. Your short time. Thanks for checking in. So, have a good evening. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun then. Okay, Bob, N4WGN, mile west of here in Freeport. What's going on with you? Do you collect any QSL cards? Have you sent out any or not?
I'm doing all right today, dear Jimmy. Ain't much going on, just normal day-to-day and hour life that goes by. As you know, back in our CB days, I had probably 100 QSL cards, but I don't have one QSL card since I've been a ham operator for 30 years. I have none from no ham operators. You know, I really never asked for any, and I definitely don't send on out, so the answer to that question would be no.
Okay, well that was a suggestive topic tonight, but that courtesy of Gary K9MED. So okay, that sounds good there. Okay, Bob. Hey, thanks for checking in. Maybe we'll talk to you on 3-9 later on tonight. But thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun then.
Not a problem there, Jimmy. I've been listening to it since we started up, but I was relaxed. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'll be around. DCR or WGN. Hope you're working on that million contacts tonight. Talk to you later.
Sounds good. Okay, Bob. Thanks. Well, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations would like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now.
KC9CFL checking in. No traffic.
KC9CFL. Good evening to you, Mike. What's going on with you? We're talking about a QSL card. Have you collect QSL cards? Or have you sent out any over the years?
K9 CFL. No, Jimmy, I've gotten maybe. I got licensed in 2000, so about 25 years, and I've gotten maybe 5 QSL cards. I have never sent one out. I always thought they were kind of neat. I just, for some reason, never got into doing them. But everything's going, as best as can. I've been going through the background check for public trust for security clearance. That's kind of a headache. Set up my polygraph for next week. So, it is what it is. Gotta follow the regulations. K9 CFL, back in control.
Okay, sounds good there, Mike. Okay, this is a radio nut joke from Steve, K9KCQ. He just recently got back on there. He's operating under a different call now. But here we go. You know you're a radio nut when you've gotten so much money invested in your station that you have just enough money to buy a hamburger.
Yeah, I love it, Jimmy. I probably couldn't afford the hamburger right now, as expensive as those are. I also wanted to let everybody know in Radio Land, I am setting up APRS Repeater and a WinLink gateway again, so those will be up sometime this week. They're working, but testing them. So actually running them through a device called a DigiPi, which is pretty neat. If anybody ever wants to just go on Google and search DigiPi, it's pretty nice. It's a Raspberry Pi that lets you run in digital mode. So K9 CFL, Jimmy, you have a great night.
Okay, sounds good there, Mike. You have a good evening. You will soon be communicating with 3 new new hams in the Rockford area. They came to Freeport last Saturday, took and passed their their general test. One even not only passed just a minute. They passed their technician's test, and one not only passes tech test, he also passes the general test. So you'll be communicating with 3 new hams within about a few weeks or so.
I believe my web address, my email address is correct on QRZ. If anybody needs any help, or they want to come just toy with a radio for a little bit, or check out some digital modes, please feel free to reach out to me. I usually I listen to the 195 pretty regularly, so if you shout out my call, and you want to come play with some HF equipment or whatever, play with some digital modes, feel free. Back to you, Jimmy.
Okay, Mike. Sounds good. Hey, thanks for checking in the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. I think that'd be great. A lot of people come to your QTH here and at least give a listen to your equipment there, or even try it out there. Okay, Southern, talk to you later. Okay, do we have any more stations who'd like to check into Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please go now. Okay, I have some more traffic there. This concerning Al, K9EPZ. He is in the Siobhan Bay Hospital at Rockford, room 121. He was just got done battling the norovirus. Now he's battling pneumonia. He's been undergoing 6 hours of intensive therapy, rehab every day, and they're expecting him to go home a week from today. It'd be on Valentine's Day. That'd be great if we can go home. Now, if anybody has an HC that they're not using, please go to the Siobhan Bay Hospital, room 121. See, give it to Al so at least you can have some communication, at least you can listen to the nets or maybe check in. So he's that's the situation regarding Al. Okay. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. All right, let's see. Let's go a second time with some people have already checked out, so we'll move on. K0 San Diego Zoo. Bill, are you still listening? Anything else I want to bring before the net?
That's about it, Jim, and thanks for doing the net again. You're the old faithful. Yeah, I got to check out here. My wife just got home, and we've got to take off and pick up some grandkids, so 73 to all, and we'll catch you tomorrow or the next day. 73 K9RFD Rockford.
Okay, sounds good there, Bill. Maybe we'll catch you on the Saturday evening ride to net tomorrow night. I don't know who'll be doing the net. We'll see what happens. Thanks for checking in. 73, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. K9GCR. Good night. KD9 and Kurt. Anything else you had to bring before the net?
I can't think of anything, Jimmy, although I will mention that Verna did release the February ham rag today, so those of club members of RARA, the Rockford Amateur Radio Association, check your email. Otherwise, you can find it, and I don't know if she's posted it yet, but usually she'll post that on the RARA Facebook page, or it will be on the W9AXD.org website. But I think give it her a day or two to maybe do that. I don't know if it's there. I haven't checked yet. But I do know for all RARA members, it was emailed to them. So that's about all I got, Jimmy. KC9GCR, KE9N.
Okay, Kurt, sounds good. Thanks for the information. Well, of course, I'll get my ham rag in the mail in the next couple weeks or so. We'll see what happens. Thanks. Let's see if K9FLO. I don't know if Dean will be checking in or not. We'll just wait and see what happens. Thanks, Kurt.
Hey, no problem. I'll be seeing Dean tomorrow morning, so we'll find out if he checks in tonight or not. I'm going to tell him if he doesn't check in tonight, I'm going to tell him that he's delinquent. Or no, he's just delinquent. He's not a delinquent. Well, anyhow, you know what I mean.
Okay, Kurt, sounds good. Hey, thanks for checking in, 73. Have a good evening. We'll talk. Oh yeah, you'll be listening for a while. Okay, sounds good. Gary K9MED, I'll get back to you in a few minutes with your DX report on, but I want to move on and get these other stations here. KD9YBG. Dale, anything else you want to bring before the net?
Nope, we got a little bit cold weather coming in for about the next week and a half. Then after that, it looks like it's going to get more like into the 40s when we get closer to March. So might be getting better. KD9YBG, back to net.
Oh yes, and that reminds me, be careful if you are going out tomorrow. We're supposed to get probably about a half inch of snow. Not only that, we might get the ice accumulation, supposed to be very minor. So just kind of be on the lookout for that. It's supposed to start, I think, late tonight or early tomorrow morning. I don't know if we are even going to have our monthly meeting with the Stevenson County Repeater Association tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So I'm going to call around and find out for sure if we're going to, in fact, have our meeting tomorrow. We'll see what happens. The only main business we got to talk about is our 3.9 repeater, which is in the repair shop. Okay, sounds good. All right, thanks for checking in, Dale. Tad, WI9HF, anything else you want to bring before the net?
No, not really at this point there, Jimmy. I just want to make sure you did get my quotes for those two repeaters that I sent over to you from Jeff about the Kenwood and then Bridgecom.
Yes, I got them both. They're in my blue folder. I'll take it. If we have a meeting tomorrow, I'll take them along with me. We'll just have to see what happens. But thanks for doing that.
Yep, absolutely. No, nothing else further for the net. Like I said, I'm interested to see who can access my repeater in Janesville now that I got that deduplexer in there. It seems to work a lot better. A little more power output. It seems like maybe the sensitivity might be a little bit better. Seems like. So I'd like to see if anyone wants to give that a shot here. 440.950, 123 PL, and there's a net on there every Thursday at 8 p.m. that we do. So people can check into that. That'd be fun to have more check-ins. We play Newsline every week, so it's a good net. I'd like to have more people join us. That's about it here, Jimmy, so back to you. KD9HF.
Okay, Chad, sounds good. Thank you. I was very glad to help you out earlier this morning. We'll see. Okay, we'll see what happens. Depending on what time this net gets done, I'll be trying to listen to the Night Watch net. So thanks for checking in. Okay. 7-3, Chad. Talk to you later. K9 GCR. Okay, N9BWM, Bruce has already checked out. Mike, K9 CFL, are you still there? Anything else you'd like to bring before the net? Okay, that concludes my list. Do we have any more stations who want to check into the Friday Night Fun net this time? Please go now.
KD9MED for the second round.
Yeah, go ahead, Kerry.
Oh, this week I didn't do a whole lot of radio. I found a part for sale last weekend that was really, really inexpensive, and right now I'm trying to cobble together a loop antenna for the first time. And if I can get this working, I'll be very, very happy with it. The guy was selling a butterfly capacitor on QRZ.com, and he was just selling it for a ridiculously low price. So I've got it, and it works good. We'll see if my design works. KD9MED.
Okay, Kerry, sounds good. Hope you're successful with that. Okay, I'll get back to you in a couple minutes here for your DX report. So, okay, any more stations you want to check in before we go to our regular features on the net, like the DX report or what have you? Any more stations you want to check in? Please go now.
W9KLG mobile there, Jimmy.
W9KLG Mobile. Good evening, Kevin. What's going on with you?
Good evening, Jimmy. I've been sick the past couple of days, and I'm building a new Go box. I already got the radios. I'm waiting on some metal pieces to fit in the box, and should be getting it together pretty quickly.
That sounds good, Kevin. Congratulations. We're talking about QSL cards. We're just kind of curious. Do you collect QSL cards, or do you send out your own QSL cards, or what? That's what we're talking about tonight.
I mean, I haven't made enough contacts to do that yet, but I've got a couple QSL cards.
Okay, sounds good. That's good to hear. Okay, Kevin, I won't hold you. I'll let you go so you can concentrate on your driving. Thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun net. Have a safe trip to wherever we're going.
All
Alrighty, Jimmy. We'll say 73s. Hopefully you have a good net and everything, and we'll talk to you later. W9KLG if you're clear.
Okay, Justin K9FDO was at his dad's house working on a car, but he's listening to the net. So, okay. Any more stations you want to check in? Please call now.
November 9, Oscar Echo Golf, Chris in South Beloit.
N9OEG. Good evening, Chris. What's going on with you? We're talking about QSL cards. Do you collect any QSL cards? Do you send any out, or what's the situation?
Not much going on over here. I've got a pizza in the oven and just chilling out to a decent evening after work. And for QSL cards, I used to collect them when I was a kid. I was an avid shortwave listener, and I had them from everywhere: Radio Moscow, Cuba, the Netherlands, Canada. I used to have a wall full of them when I was a kid, and I really thought it was pretty impressive. The only bad thing is a lot of those stations don't exist anymore. Shortwave listening isn't what it used to be, unfortunately, but yeah, it was one of those hobbies that made me really, really glad to go to the mailbox and find a surprise in it, and I really did enjoy QSL cards.
That's great. That's great. Glad you do. I got a whole bunch of them that I've collected over the years. I've never made out any myself, or had any made, so it sounds good. Okay. Thanks for checking in there, Chris. You have a good evening, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Jimmy, and you have a great evening as well, and hope you have a great net.
Well, the turnout's good so far. You're checking number 18. So, okay, we'll see you. 73, have a good evening. Okay, any more stations you want to check in, please call now. All right, let's go with the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having problems with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, DMR, FT8, GMRS? You have any technical questions you'd like to bring before the net? If so, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Anybody have any technical questions at this time? Is there somebody trying to check in? All I got was a mic click with no audio.
Let me try it again, Jimmy. W9AXD. I have an EchoLink question if anyone has the answer.
Well, go ahead. We'll do our best here.
Okay, well, I'm trying to find how to get EchoLink to when you are receiving from the internet back to your radio. And the first key is I want to be able to set EchoLink up so I can transmit right away without having to wait for the EchoLink system to let me transmit again. I don't know if there's a way of doing that, or if there's a setting that I have to set up, or what. But I use Vox. I'm trying to get away from using Vox. So is there a way I can use like carrier-operated squelch to, get back into EchoLink again instead of having to do the Vox thing? So hopefully that made sense. W9AXD.
Well, we'll see if anybody out there knows how to do that. Chad, W9AXD is trying to figure out how to connect an EchoLink to the internet. Can anybody help him out, please?
Okay, yeah, I'm already connected to the internet, Jimmy. I just want to make sure that I can have EchoLink have priority over Vox so I can key up right away. I don't have to wait till it resets to key up. So, but yeah, I'm already on the internet with that. So, back to you.
KE9N.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Okay, sounds like the hotline there. My name is Kurt, and what kind of interface are you using between your, let's say, EchoLink? Do you have an interface between your radio and EchoLink?
I'm actually going from my repeater to EchoLink. I'm using the Rig Blaster NoMic, N-O-M-I-C, interface box.
Okay. If I remember right, on a Rig Blaster, I think those and again, I might be wrong. I didn't use the kind exactly like what you have, but I thought those worked on a Vox principle, and they didn't have a push-to-talk line that would actually key it. I know some of them they do, but I don't think that one did. Otherwise, it should be marked somewhere, or it's in the instructions that you don't have to go with Vox. You can set it to push-to-talk.
Okay. Yeah, I got another guy looking into it for me as well, so I have to maybe read up on that manual. Maybe I'll call West Mountain Radio, who sells that. Maybe they'll be able to tell me that. So that's a good start.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the exact model you have. I have a Rig Blaster Advantage, I think is what it's called. Now that one gives you the option where you can key things with a push-to-talk signal, and you don't have to go to Vox, but there's a switch on the front that I could pick Vox or I could pick push-to-talk. But on the one you're talking about, I'm not real sure they have that. I would actually have to read through the instructions on that one to really know for sure.
Okay, yeah, I don't know with the repeater if that's a different setup versus going through the radio. I don't think it would be. But yeah, I'll look into that angle of it, the manufacturer, and see what they can tell me.
Yeah, I wish I could be of more help, but I do remember some of them are that way. The other one, like a Signal Link by Tigertronics, they don't allow a push-to-talk. That's all Vox operated. They don't even give you the option. But I just thought I'd mention it.
All right, Kurt, I'll look into that. Good place to start other than banging my head against the brick wall that I'm not finding nothing on EchoLink. So, thanks a lot to be on HF.
Okay, sounds good. KE9N, and I'll be clear.
Okay, well, Chad, hope that answers your question there, and good luck there. So, okay, while that exchange is going on, I had a Friday Night Fun Net hotline checking from K9RFD John and Elgin. So he's checked in. So, do we have any more stations for any more technical questions for the net before we move on to the DX corner finally? Okay, finally. We're going to have this is the Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? I only made 2 last week, and we'll talk about that later. Anybody have any DX reports they'd like to pass along at this time?
KD9MED.
K9MED, okay, Gary, I'm sorry this took so long, but what do you got for us?
Oh, don't apologize. The longer it takes to get here, the more successful the net has been, as I read it. I didn't do as much this week as I've done in past weeks. I had 65 contacts, 20 countries outside the United States, 3 new grid squares, 4 new United States counties, but no POTAs this week. Brief reset. There's nothing that really sticks out here. I'll just mention that I had 16 new Japanese contacts out of the 65 contacts, and they're crazy about radio in Japan. So far I have 323 confirmed Japanese contacts, and I just keep seeing floods of new call signs that I've never heard before. It's wild. Brief reset. If you want to try Japan, what's working for me in this part of the season is start your radio up on the high bands, 10 or 12 or 15, around 4 p.m. and then sit for the next 3 hours and listen. And you'll hear Japan come in first, and then you'll maybe hear New Zealand, and then after Japan, you'll get South Korea, and eventually European, Russia, and China, going from about 4 to 7 o'clock, as the gray line moves from east to west. That's what's working this time of season anyway. It's just abundant Japanese traffic. KD9MED.
Oh, that is terrific, Gary. That really is. But all of the Japanese contacts on ham radio, I think that is absolutely wonderful. That's all there is to it. So, okay, it sounds good. Anybody have any questions or comments for Kerry? References DX report. Okay, this is K9 GCR, and I'll give you my DX report. Last Saturday, I made 2 contacts with the Vermont QSO party. I tried to make 2 more contacts, but I was not successful. First contact was on 14.238 megahertz at 20:26 hours with a Whiskey 1 November Victor Tango. And I'm going to tell you what, that station really booms in. He was giving me 8.0, but I'll tell you what, you could hear him all over the place. So, okay, he was giving me 8.0. The second contact I made was on 14.306 megahertz at 22:27 hours. Now, I believe it was Kilo 1 Mike Alpha Zulu. It was hard to make out that last letter. I actually wrote that Zulu over another letter. So, but anyway, he was giving me 5.0, and those are my only 2 contacts with the Vermont QSO party. I tried to make a couple more, but with no success. So, okay, Gary, you have any comments about that?
Well, I haven't worked either one of those guys. I looked them up in my log. I went ahead and looked up K9RFD on QRZ.com, and he is indeed in Bennington, Vermont. So you probably got that call sign right. His name is Nathan. And he says he's really into HF, and he's got a jillion radios. And he's got a 10 to 40 NFED, which is probably what he used to talk to you with. KD9MED.
Okay, Bob, sounds good. But I'll tell you what, that Whiskey 9 November Victor Tango, his signal, you wouldn't believe it, Terry. His signal was really booming in. It sounded like he was giving me a 9, but actually he was giving me 8. But his signal was definitely so loud, and the signal was definitely so strong.
Well, that's what's so magical and mysterious about HF communications is the QSB, the fading, and the surprises that you get, you know, that somebody 10,000 miles away is hitting, you know, is giving you a giant signal, and somebody 100 miles away, you can't even hear them. You know, I mean, it's just, and then while you're talking to them, they drop out, and then they come back real loud, and then they go away, and then they come back real loud. That's the breath, what I call the breath of the waveguide that the world actually is, the ionospheric atmospheric waveguide. It breathes. KD9MED.
Okay, Kerry, sounds good. Now today and now also tomorrow, Illinois Aries is conducting a 3-hour exercise. There's a simulated earthquake in the southern Illinois. I was monitoring 147.165 Repeater in Oregon. The only communication I talked to was Lloyd KD. KD9APW, Lloyd Down and Sterling. He's EMAEC for Region 2, which Winnebago and Stevenson County are part there. He was telling me that there was a net at 12 noon on the 7.227 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. This call was November Charlie 9 India Lima. He's the IEMA station in Springfield. I could hardly hear anybody at all. Well, I can hear people talking, but I could hardly make out what they were saying at all. They're going to have another net tomorrow afternoon at 12 noon after the exercise. But they've been using the CW, and I guess they've been using simplex repeaters and definitely what have you. But I was not able to make a contact with November Charlie 9 India Lima in Springfield. So that's the way it goes.
Did you say that they were going to do that exercise again tomorrow at 12 noon? Can you tell me what frequency that is?
Okay, they're going to have a net at 12 noon. It's on 7.227 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. The net control station is November Charlie 9 India Lima. I don't know if he's one of the EC coordinators or IEMA coordinators or not.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks a lot. KD9MED.
Okay, Kerry, okay, thanks for checking in. Any other station have any GX reports that you'd like to pass along at this time? Okay. Now, at this time, do we have any more stations who would like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net from everywhere in the region? Please call now. Now we'll go over the swap net. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to hobbies of RAM trading or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or the possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. You may mention the price over the air, but any haggling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does A station have any swap net traffic you have to pass along?
Hi, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, W9AXD. Okay, Chad, go ahead. What do you got for us?
Hi, Jimmy. I got my usual Davis Weather Instruments weather station integrated sensor suite. That's the unit that goes outside on the garage. It can tell high-low temperature, high-low wind speed, dew point, humidity, wind speed, direction, rainfall rates. It's all factory refurbished, brand new in the box. It doesn't have a weather console though. It just has the outside weather sensors. 260 shipped for that, and I have one more item if you're ready.
Okay, go ahead.
I have two Motorola Charlie Papa 185 portable radios, UHF radios. They both have a charger. One charger is brand new, and they have one of them has a speaker mic for it. I don't have two microphones, just the one speaker mic, and they each have a battery. So I'm guessing, I don't know what they're really worth, maybe, $85 a piece. I guess I bought the brand new charger a couple of years ago, never used it. That was like $50. So we'll just throw that in there. Like I said, I don't know how good the batteries are because they've been sitting for a while. I charge them up to see how well they last. But otherwise, the radios work good otherwise. They look used, but they work fine. So back to you, W9AXD.
Okay, does anybody have any questions concerning these items for sale? It's the Davis weather station and the Motorola the radios. Okay, Chad, hope your phone rings off the hook.
That my phone number is 608-754-8671 in Janesville. 608-754-8671. That's a landline phone, so don't text it because you won't get a response off of that. Otherwise, my email is good on QRZ, Whiskey, India 9, Hotel Foxtrot. Thanks, Jimmy. Back to you, W9AXD.
You're welcome, Chad. I'm glad you have a landline phone. Hey, did you ever get rid of those Kenwood radios you were advertising a while back?
I got rid of one of them. I'm probably going to keep the second one for my packet station up in Portage when I get that site going. So I'll probably just hang on to the last one.
So, okay, sounds good, Chad. Hey, thanks for checking in and bringing your swamp net traffic. So, okay.
W9AXD back to that.
Okay, does anybody else have any swamp net traffic you'd like to pass along?
Just have one more, Jimmy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, since I upgraded my duplexer on my repeater, I have a Motorola T-Tango 1504 4-cavity pass eject duplexer. Was on my repeater up until today. Works great. Tunes well. I just upgraded to a new cell wave. Well, not new one, but, so using that now. So I have the Motorola 4, I guess I'm going to say it's 400 to 470 megahertz range for the duplexer. It's a rack mountable unit. Can handle like, I think, 200 or 300 watts, something like that. So it's a big, good size one. Take $425 for that. I'll ship it for that too. So back to you, you're Jimmy, W9AXD.
Okay, sounds good. Does anybody have any questions concerning this duplexer for sale? Okay, Chad, thanks for bringing it for that swamp net traffic. Thank you for checking in and participating in the net.
No problem, Jimmy. W9AXD, back to you.
Okay, is there any other station with swap that traffic? Please call now. Okay, I'm also happy to report that John K9OBJ McConnell sold his Yaesu FDM 7250, the DR UHF, VHF UHF digital or analog transceiver with the C4 FM capability for wires, X, and other digital modes. One of the new hams who passed his test this past last Saturday bought it. So congratulations. So these swap nets work, folks. Okay. Do we have any? Okay. Let's continue on with the rest of the net here. Are there any more stations we'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now.
KC9GCR. Something, Jimmy. KD9MED.
Okay, I'll get back to you, Kerry. Well, there was another station trying to check in. Go ahead.
KC9GCR, K9FLO.
K9FLO. Well, good evening to you, Dean. What is happening with you? We're talking about the topic tonight was QSL cards. In all of your years of a ham radio operator, I'm sure you've collected many QSL cards. Did you still collect them, or do you send out any?
Good evening, Jimmy, and everybody else out there. I haven't sent out a QSL card in, let's say, quite a few years, other than a few selected ones, but otherwise, not too much. Now, most of them are the electronic ones, which is fine. But yeah, I haven't done much, and probably the cards go in quite a while. The QSO is good enough for me. It's, I guess nowadays, now that postage is at a new all-time high, that kind of changes things around too. So I think probably everybody's kind of getting into the electronic QSL cards there, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was sorry to hear that. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes there. Dean, let me get back to you. I want to get back to my K9MED. Kerry, K9MED. Oh, boy. Kerry, you had something else you want to bring up. Go ahead.
This is KD9MED. I looked up that Aries exercise. It's called the Illinois Aries Frozen Prairie 2025 exercise. And tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. there will be a DMR broadcast of it on DMR 31171 Illinois link. I don't know anything about DMR, so I hope I said that right. Brandmeister DMR 31171 Illinois link. That's it. KD9MED.
Thanks for that information, Kerry. We sure appreciate that. Okay, sounds good. Okay, now, Dean, stand by. KD9N, Kurt, are you still on the air? If so, go back to Dean.
K9FLO, KE9N. You're about right on time there, sir.
You mean I'm not too late and not too early there, Kurt? K9N, K9FLO.
Yeah, I was thinking between you and me, whoever didn't show up was going to have to buy breakfast tomorrow morning. I guess we're going to have to buy our own. But no, I'm doing okay. What's going on with you?
Oh, kind of quiet. We spent the evening down in Rockford, down at the club, having fish fry and good stuff like that. And
otherwise, got home here and working on you know what I'm trying to do, and gosh darn it, I thought I had 2 or 3 laying around in a box or someplace. Looking for a little small speaker with a little amplifier on it. I've got that one I've got hooked up to the computer that's a one of those commercial-made speaker box, but it's got the Bluetooth in it. It also has a jack on it too, and that's what I use for that. And the darn thing, the Bluetooth will turn on, and I get that feedback. So there's no easy way to bypass that without bastardizing, adjusting the unit and just using the straight audio input, but because you want to take care of the amps. So that's kind of the situation I've got. You know, over the years, I always thought, gosh, I got to have one of the old Radio Shack or Allied Radio Specials with just a little 5-transistor amp in it, and a speaker box, something like that, and a phono jack input. But no, I just looked all over and just haven't found anything that's been in the old junk box. K9N, K9FLO.
Well, you know, if worse comes to worse, Dean, you might have to spend some of that Social Security money that I'm paying in and go on Amazon and find something.
Well, you're absolutely right. Amazon or not Radio Shack, Best Buy. We got to make a trip up there tomorrow afternoon, so that will probably might be where I can find one. But you know, that's something nobody has a demand for. And you know, our old favorite store, Radio Shack, would have had those all over the place. And that's another thing that we miss about that. I mean, it doesn't have to be great. It just has to do a single purpose there. And another company that's gone and had little things that I guess we couldn't support them. But I'll tell you what, it always, when you needed some oddball thing, that was a place you could get it at there. Kurt, go ahead.
K9FLO, KE9N. That was really convenient, and the thing would be, the speaker that you're looking for, it doesn't have to have like full audio. Just pass reasonable voices and things like that. And yeah, Radio Shack would have had something like that with the amplifier for about, maybe $11, maybe even less than that. And it would have worked just perfect. But nowadays, it seems like everything's got built-in Bluetooth. My wife has a speaker for her computer, and that's the same way. It's got built-in Bluetooth. You can't necessarily just run it off a audio jack. And I mean, it's real nice. It's made by JBL. Sounds great, but everything's got like automatic Bluetooth, and I don't necessarily care for that. But yeah, otherwise, if you look at Amazon or something like that, and you may have to go down that route. Anyhow, well, I'm planning on seeing you probably tomorrow morning. Then I think I'm going to go to breakfast. I know Chuck is going. I talked to him tonight. And but bear in mind that we don't have like any really bad ice and things like that. I've been working on a balun, just experimenting a little bit, primarily for the low bands. And so I kind of just been fooling with that on the spectrum analyzer tonight. I guess just to either amuse myself or figure out a little more of how to wind it and how not to wind it or whatever. So that's about all I'm doing.
KC9CFL.
Got somebody jumping in there. Very good, Kurt. Yes, indeed. That's a good thing to do. And good luck on that. And Chuck, he's getting it pretty well nailed down there on doing that stuff. So good for him. Keeps him busy and all. Alrighty there, Kurt. I'll jump out. See you in the morning. And I'll let Jimmy get back to somebody. I got another person wanting to check in. KE9N, K9FL will be here on the side.
All right, sounds good to me. Well, listen, I'll let you go. Hopefully see you tomorrow morning then. And we can talk some more then. K9FLO, this is KE9N, and I'll send it back to Jimmy, KC9GCR.
Okay, you guys, this is one of the best parts of the whole Friday Night Fun Net, when you guys get together and ride to. That's great. Mike, K9CFL is rechecking in. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Jimmy, to the gentleman that was looking for a speaker with an amplifier that doesn't have a Bluetooth connection, something small, I used to check Fry's. I think they're in Downers Grove. You can buy online. It's called Fry's Electronics, F-R-Y-S, and they carry a lot of stuff. They're like a warehouse for geeks, a Radio Shack on steroids. So, just an option. That's all I wanted to chime in with.
Thank you much.
Okay, well that sounds good. Thanks for rechecking in there, Mike. Yeah, you guys know there's a Radio Shack store in Monroe, Wisconsin, don't you?
No, I didn't know that, Jimmy.
Neither did I.
Oh yeah, this been let's see. I don't know if they're independently owned or not, but you might probably want to check your website or whatever and see what. Oh yeah, it's in Monroe. I don't know exactly where it's at, but they've been in business for several years now. Okay, sounds good. I thought I'd let you guys know that. So, okay, you might have to drive, but at least you good to know there's a Radio Shack store in the area still. So, okay. Are there any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please go now.
K9JPP.
K9JPP. Good evening, Joe. What's happening with you?
It's going good. I just got done with the test session. Leaving it now, actually.
Okay, sounds good. How did your online VE testing session go?
It went great. We had one general and one extra upgrade tonight.
That's great. I'm sure you know the news. The Rockford area will soon have 3 new ham radio operators.
Yep, I saw that. That's excellent. I'm glad to see that they passed.
Oh yeah. All you gotta do is watch for the mail, and we'll be hearing them on the air shortly. Probably, I'm gonna say maybe about 2 weeks to maybe 3 weeks or what have you. We'll just see what happens.
They can have their call signs as soon as Tuesday, actually. If not before, well, yeah, it depends on how fast the FCC gets to them, but, yeah, they can have their call signs here soon. I know that a couple of them have radios already. So, yeah. We can hear them on the air next week, which would be really cool.
Yes, it sure would. Never thought about that. Thanks for telling me. Yeah. One of the guys bought a radio from one of our local hams here in Stevenson County. We advertised on the net last Friday night, so that's good there. Joe, the topic tonight, we're asking about QSL cards. Do you collect QSL cards? Have you sent out any or what?
Yes, I do. I have a young lady I know out in Colorado who made my QSL cards. I've got a stack of them, and I collect them as well.
That is wonderful, Joe. Okay. I ran Skywarn net last night. I think I'd have to look. I think I had about 6 or 7, 8 check-ins or so. That was a good turnout last night.
Excellent. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate you picking up my slack. But I'm going to make it short. I'm going to jump out of here. I have to work in the morning. And I'm getting up at 4:30 with the wife. She's working at the jail, so she gets up bright and early to go to her job.
Okay, Joe, sounds good. Well, hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Thank you for the good news about you got one to general and one extra class on your VE testing session. That's great. Congratulations. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you again.
All right, Jimmy, 7-3. KC9GCR, net control for the Fun Net. This is K9JPP, and I'll be clear.
Oh, it sounds good, Joe. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. No, I'm not going to have a trivia segment this coming Friday night. I figure, well, you know what? The great success we had last Saturday, see people coming and passing their tests. I think we'll forego the trivia segment for this week. We'll do it again next Friday. All right. This is my QSL card. The one I got in my hand, this is actually a picture of the late, great Gene Duncan. W9GD, the king of DX, I used to call him, and he was too. He used to, every time he checked in the Friday Night Fun Net, this is for you new people, he always would give a DX report, and that's why we continue. This Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX Corner is a result of the late Gene Duncan checking in, so that's why we did it. We used to call it the W9GD DX Corner, and then we decided to change it. Let's just call it the Friday Night Fun Net Contest / DX Corner. So that's about it. This next one I got from about earlier last month is from John, K9OBJ in McConnell here in Stevenson County. He and I talked on the old 20-meter Old Miss net. I'm looking at my QSL card there. Let's see. This one was from K9TSU, Vincent, Monroe, Wisconsin. The other one was from, let's see. Well, here's an old one from KC9TSU. That was Vince's original call. And the one is from W9GU, Art. W9 Grumpy Uncle. That's the QQSL card. The other one, November 9, Foxtrot Tango Charlie. Let's see, from just a minute. He was in Florida. This is on the 3rd of March, 2013. On I think it was on this is 14 megahertz. Oh well. Who cares? We talked somewhere. All right. This one is from AC9OF, Durand, Illinois. There was a picture of an outhouse. Then we got two of them out back in our parking lot with a construction project going on. AC9OF is Randy Long from Durand, Illinois. This next one, it's not QSL, it says, I buy radios from Bob Quincy and, oh God. We'll move on. We'll forget about this one. This one was from the Salvation Army, one of the Saturnet. K8EDS. That was Major Bill Heaver in Kankakee, Illinois. This next one is from Mel, K9RFD trustee of our 3.9 repeater in Freeport, from my shack to yours. Mel, and he lives in Red Oak, Illinois. but it's a Freeport address now since Red Oak no longer has a post office. The next one is from the late Ken Muto, KD9ZCW. He later changed his call to K9KWN. He lived in our old house in Rydon. He was president of the Stevens County Repeater Association when I joined the club there 21 years ago. This next QSL card from Tony, K9RFD. He's our EC here in Stevenson County. Red like a red, white, blue, patriotic color, same as another one from Ken also. Beautiful QSL cards. And this is from Larry, K9KZT. Larry Lyle and from Rockville, Illinois. I won't read his address. But he sent me one. The next one with a picture of Baldy, it's from Whiskey Zero Charlie Sierra. Eagle Watch Days Special Event Station, Clinton Amateur Radio Club, Clinton, Iowa 52732. That was nice there. Oh, that was from Pat, KD0GBB. Oh, this next QSL card is from AI9R from Tom in Rockford. So, picture of the U.S. flag and the state of Illinois flag, a map, outline of the map of the state of Illinois with Rockford on top and Springfield in the center. This next one is from KD9QOT, James Fitter in Loves Park. When did we talked on 2021? On 146610. Okay. Said Jimmy, thanks for hosting the net. Must have been the rah-rah net we held at that time. Next one, this must have been the very first one I got. KB9RPN in Veralcor, Wisconsin. We talked, it was on the, let's see, June 15th of 04. It was right after I got life. That's probably the very first QSL card I got on 146.520. 52 FM. That was another one. This other one, K9QDJ. He's one of the hams out in Ogle County. Charles Andrews in Oregon, Illinois. On 10/19/13. I don't know what repeater we talked on. It must have been on Simplex or something. Okay. The other QSL card is from K9CWP, Robert Day in Roscoe, Illinois. I haven't heard of him in ages. This is the last one I just got recently. This is from Greg, WG9GG. Moved to Cherry Valley, recently changed his call. Well, that's all my QSL cards. I hope you enjoyed them. So, okay. Are there any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other local nets we have in the area. In about 20 minutes at 10 o'clock, if you can pick up 443.750 Repeater in Chicago with PL 114.8 plus offset, or better yet, switch over to 440.950 Chaz Repeater in Janesville, the PL 123.0 plus offset. You go to either repeater, you can hear the Chicago Night Watch net. It's held 7 nights a week. It's a good net. I usually check. I think I checked in that net a couple times this week. Okay. I also want to mention, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we've got the Illinois Region 1 Hospital Radio System test. This is held on the second Saturday of the even-numbered months. Commencing at 9 a.m. here on this repeater. I'm the net control for that net. Amelia When we get done, we switch over to the 147.165 repeater in Oregon, and I turn that over to Lloyd, KB9APW. He'll run it on that repeater, and he'll switch over to the 146.970 repeater in Janesville. The purpose of the exercise is to test out the hospital the radios in all the hospitals in the area. So I talked to W9AXD, told him what was going on. He said he's going to try to get hold of Lloyd and see if he can get some people to go into the hospitals to check out the radio system. Although that probably won't be tomorrow, probably be the next test, which is in April. Don't forget the Saturday evening right tune that tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater. I believe it will be Larry, KD9MED. Oh boy. Oh boy. Larry and Roscoe. Oh boy, I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, KD9HKX, that's right, yeah. Larry and Roscoe will be running that net. Now, I just want to let you know, if you can pick up the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, the PL of 127.3 minus also, actually that repeater is located in New Berlin, Wisconsin. You got the Saturday Night Fun Net. That net has since moved. It is now held at 7 p.m. during the winter months. During the summer months, they'll go back to 8 o'clock. It used to be on at 9 o'clock, but until they moved it to 8 o'clock, then to 7 o'clock. But Saturday Night Fun Net, I checked into that net last week. They were talking about Friday Night Fish Fries as their topic. I think one of these days that's what we'll talk about on this net. Sunday evenings at 7 p.m., we got the Kishwaukee Hams Radio Club net, which meets on 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. PL 100.0 plus offset. It's mostly a check-in, and that they do allow you to, if you have any traffic, you can give that, but there's no round table or anything like that. 7:30 p.m. on Sundays is the Greene County Aries Racing net, which meets on 145.110 repeater in Monroe with Scott, K9YI, as your net control station. Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater, you got the, in Sterling, you got the Whiteside County Aries net. You shouldn't have any problem getting into that repeater. The antenna is about 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police Troop 1 radio tower at their main headquarters in Sterling. Monday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repeater, you got the Monday Night Rah-Rah Info Net with Larry, K9KZD as your net control operator this coming Monday. I was net control last Monday. Then also on Monday evenings at 8 p.m. on the let me reset. Monday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon, you got the Lee County Aries net. Then at 8:30 p.m., you got the Kishwaukee Hams Radio Club net, which meets on 146.730. Tuesday evenings, you got the Tuesday evening net with Larry, AC9GO as your net control operator. That meets on this repeater at 7 p.m. At the same time, you got the Rock County Public Service net, which meets on 145.450 repeater in Janesville, also at 7 p.m. At 8:30 p.m. on Tuesdays, you got the Ogle County Hams net, which meets on 147.165 repeater in Oregon. PL PL 146.2. That meets at 8:30 p.m. If they have time, they'll go to 146.595 for a brief simplex net. Then they'll go back to the 165 repeater for the 9 o'clock Aries and Skywarn net. Wednesday evening means you got the Wednesday evening chat net on this repeater. Also at the same time at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, we got the Stevens County Aries net, which I run. Greater Boyd Amps Radio Club holds this Wednesday evening net at 7:30 p.m. on 147.120 repeater. Then at 8 p.m. we have our Wednesday swap net on the 147.390 repeater. And okay. Thursday evenings you got the Winnebago County Skywarn training net, which meets on this repeater at 7 p.m. I had 8 check-ins last night. Then you have the, don't forget, 440.950 repeater in Janesville. You got Chad's Rock Dane Roundtable net. That repeater is 123.0 plus off. Definitely good net. You have amateur radio newsline. Wednesday night on our SWAT net, Mel, K9RFD had technical difficulties bringing the net. So we got to hear half of it, but the last night we got to hear the whole thing. So you got the Senile net, which meets every day Monday through Friday from 1400 to 1500 hours Zulu on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with Chuck, the WD9MED as your net control operator. Okay, now you're all caught up to date on your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters. You're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local clubs. Okay, do we have any more stations I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now.
KC9GCR, KE9BIN. I'd like to check in tonight.
KD9MED. Well, good evening, Josh. Better late than never. What's going on with you?
To be honest, it's been a terrible week. I've been sick all week. I've been working super crazy hours. Like even over the last 2 weeks, it's been like 60-hour weeks. I've got 54 hours in so far, and I get to work tomorrow. I'm really sick. Pretty bad. All the heat at work got turned up, so everything's due right now. Everything's just kind of going by the wayside at the moment. I at least wanted to check in and say hi. I won't be here very long, but I at least wanted to check in this week.
You get well soon, Joe, and thanks for checking in. By the way, this net is being recorded on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. It's also being live streamed on the internet, so you get to hear the DX corner with Kerry K9MED. Yeah, an excellent report tonight. You'll get to hear it later on.
Good. I look forward to that. My station here is down. My computer did some update now, and FT8 doesn't work. So everything else seems to, but not FT8. So I'm kind of down for a minute here. I thought it was a bad cable, and RF getting into it. Got a new cable, ferrite cord. Like I moved everything around last Sunday. It's all torn apart, and none of it worked. It is the most odd thing. So I will definitely listen to his report, so I can at least hear somebody else making contact. Like I can see them, I just can't transmit. I don't know. But that's another problem for another day. But I will listen to the recording net. So I do enjoy this net.
Thanks for checking in there, Josh. You get well soon. Our question tonight was we're talking about QSL cards. I know you probably you being just a brand new kid on the block, you wouldn't you don't have any QSL cards. I don't know if you even collect any or not, but you probably not. So, okay, Josh, you get well soon. Thank you for checking in, and maybe we'll catch you next Friday night. Hopefully you'll be much better then. Thanks for checking in.
Jimmy, 7-3 for tonight, and I will catch you on down the log somewhere. KD9BIN, I'll be all clear.
7-3, Josh, thank you for checking in. K9 GCR. Do we have any more stations I'd like to check in the Friday night fun net? Please call now. I hear you, Scott. You might want to go to the input and go to your preamp. Go ahead, but I'll put you down. Okay, Scott, I understand. Okay, well, we're talking about the QSL cards. I know you've been a ham a long time. I'm sure you've collected many QSL cards. Do you send out any, or do you still collect QSL cards? I don't blame you, Scott. I don't blame you at all. You might as well go ahead and do it that way. That I probably would too. So that is definitely great. I was looking through my many QSL cards. I was mentioning who all sent them and what have you during the Nestor. But that's great. I enjoy them too. That's great there, Scott. That's for sure. Oh yeah. Well, I've been monitoring 3-9. Of course, we had a statewide Aries exercise about the simulated earthquakes in southern Illinois. So I was involved in that. I'll probably be doing that tomorrow. We do not have our regular club meeting, and with the weather being what it is, it wouldn't surprise me if they end up canceling the meeting tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. Well, this is being recorded on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page and being live streamed on the internet. Before I let you go, Scott, I want to give some news about Al, K9EPG. He's in the Javon Bay Hospital in Rockford. He was battling norovirus, now he's battling pneumonia. But he's undergoing extensive rehabilitation and therapy training. They're expecting that he will probably go home next Friday of next week, be Valentine's Day. Okay, Scott. 7-3, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you on the Green County Net this coming Friday night. Okay, that was Scott, K9YI, net control of the Green County Area Radiation Net, which meets on the 145-110 repeater at 7:30 on Sunday evenings. Do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Now, last station trying to check in. You might want to increase your power or change the location. Let's try that one more time. I'll tell you what. Repeat your call slowly and phonetically, if you would, please. W9WL. Okay, I've got you. We're talking about QSL cards tonight. Are you, do you collect any QSL cards, or do you send out any?
Yeah, Roger, Jimmy. Yeah, we collect QSL cards. We probably got a couple thousand of them. Cards from the Bureau every once in a while, and we send them out to you.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, you have a good evening. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll catch you on the Ogle County Net this coming Tuesday night. Thank you for checking in.
All right, Jimmy. 7-3-WX9WL.
Sounds good. Jason GCR. Any more stations that want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, let me tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Go to the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page, punch in your call sign, and you're in business. You see pertinent information about the Friday Night Fun Net. You see updated pictures of my ham shack. You will see weather information put out. So, and also, this net is being recorded for a future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Mike, K9MED, has the honors tonight. You also see it on the Friday Night Fun Net on the internet. It's being live streamed on the internet. Just you even hear past editions of the Friday Night Fun Net. You even hear last week's net. Every night is Friday night with the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Listen to the Friday Night Fun Net all day, every day, or all night, every night. It's 3 in the morning, you say, you can't sleep, you say, I'm going to turn on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page and listen to the Friday Night Fun Net. If that doesn't put you to sleep, I don't know what will. Then I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. We did have one call. You didn't hear it, though, because I was told that because there was the frequency was in use there. So, but K9DDF John checked in. You seen pictures of it on the Facebook page. It's a real desktop touchtone telephone. If I'm transmitting and if it rings, that's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net, a K9RFD Repeater and Rockford transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, you know where your children are at. Lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going into lockdown. Gary, K9MED, was telling me that he listens to the county jail frequencies on the scanner every night at 10 p.m. Dispatch radios corrections officers. Lockdown. Lights out. Time to put the jailbirds to bed. Nighty night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay, we have any more stations you want to check in? Please go now. I'm surprised we haven't heard Brad, H2I, tonight. Brad is the brains behind the Friday Night Fun Net. He came up with the idea of having a Friday Night Fun Net back in 2008. Okay. Now I'm going to do my honorary check-ins. Let's see. All right. Tony N9ARB, REC here in Stevenson County. HC honorary check-in. N9TAB. HC honorary check-in. One of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard. N9ZO in Belvedere, okay? Okay, next is your honorary check-in. Got the WX9RLT, Ricky. Now, we've got to do KD9ZTZ, Corey, HC honorary check-in. Well, his dad checked in. KD9ZIY. Seth, HC honorary check-in. Now we'll do our Stevenson County check-in. N9WSQ, George, he's down in Gulf Shores, Alabama on vacation. So if we have a meeting tomorrow, he will not be there. Okay. W9MSL, Wind in Freeport, lives a few blocks west of me. KD9LOA, Brandon, HC honorary check-in. KD9OVJ, John, HC honorary check-in. Oh, you screwed that J, all right. Oh, yes, I gotta check this guy in. K9KZT, Larry, HC honorary check-in. The other Larry, KD9HKX. I believe you will be net control for the reaction net tomorrow night. HC honorary check-in. KC9ICH. Larry, HC honorary check-in. No, Robert. KC9JZ, Mike, HC honorary check-in. Okay. Any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Okay, I want to thank Dan, N9DCH, the trustee of this repeater, and the members of the 195 group who are on this to use this repeater to host a Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to run down the list of stations who've checked in so far. Myself, K9GCR, Net Control, N9DLB Dave, and W9JTC. Then Jamie is on early bird check-ins along with Justin. K9FEO is hotline early bird check-in. These are the list of stations we've checked in so far. K9MED, W3MBX, KB9ZDD, K9RGG, K0SDZ or San Diego Zoo, KD9N, K9MAP, K9YBG, W9AXD, and 4WGN. Next I want to thank N9BWM Bruce, KC9CFL, Mike, W9KLG, Kevin, N9OEG Chris, and my hotline check-in, KC9DDF Don and Elgin, K9FLO Dean, W9 K9JPP Joe, KD9BIN Josh and Boyd, K9YI Scott Monroe, WX9WL down in Ogle County. These are my honorary check-ins. N9ARB, N9TAB, N9ZO, WX9RLT, KD9ZTZ, KD9ZIY, N9WSQ, W9MSL, KD9LOA, K9OBJ, K9KGT, K9HKX, K9ICH, and AC9JZ. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I got told 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, 20 on-air check-ins, 2 hotline check-ins, 2 early bird check-ins, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 honorary check-ins, a grand total of 38 check-ins overall. Not bad for a Friday night. Are there any more stations you want to check in? Please call now.
KD9YFT, Rich and Shayna checking in.
KD9YFT, good evening, Rich. What's going on with you?
Oh, just got done with a bunch of little chores I had going. I had to go get an eye test earlier today, so my eyes are just getting undilated, and I gave back to looking at things.
Okay, sounds good. We're talking about QSL cards. I don't know if you let in QSL cards or if you send any out there. What do you say?
No, I don't have my HF side hooked up and running, so no, to be honest with you, I haven't sent a single HF contact out yet.
Okay, sounds good. You will. I tried to check into the Aries net at noon today, but with no luck. Okay, Rich, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you down below.
Always a pleasure, Jim. KD9YFT returning this back to the net. Good night.
Okay, do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, well, we're talking about the QSL cards. I'm going to read the DX code of conduct. 1. I will listen and then listen again before calling. 2. I will only call if I can copy the DX station properly. 3. I will not trust the DX cluster and will be sure of the DX station's call sign before calling. 4. I will not interfere with the DX station nor anyone calling and will never tune up on the DX frequency or in the QSX slot. 5. I will wait for the DX station to end the contact before I call. 6. I will always send my full call sign. 7. I will call and then listen for a reasonable interval. I will not call continuously. 8. I will not transmit when the DX operator calls another call sign, not mine. 9. I will not transmit when the DX operator queries a call sign, not like mine. 10. I will not transmit when the DX station requests geographic areas other than mine. 11. When the DX operator calls me, I will not repeat my call sign unless I think he has copied it incorrectly. 12. I will be thankful even when I do make a contact. 13. I will respect my fellow hams and conduct myself so as to earn their respect. Then number 14, this was something we Kerry, K9MED, and I added. Number 14, I will send a QSL card or email to the DX operator to confirm my contact with the station. That is that's the DX code of conduct. Okay, now I'm going to read the amateur's code. 1. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasures of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and to the American Radio Relay League, to which amateur radio is represented. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science, is well-built and efficient, his operating practice is above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly, slow and patient sending when requested, friendly advice and counsel to the beginner, kindly assistance and cooperation and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. Number 5, and this is very important. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. Well, although for me, this is a full-time hobby. And number 6, the amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. As Tony K9RFD, our EC here in Stevens County says, some to live by not only on the radio but throughout life itself. Okay, do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Oh, yes. I got the copy of the January Rah-Rah hamburger. Friday morning ham breakfast. Meets every Friday morning from 7:30 a.m. until about 9 a.m. We order breakfast at 8 a.m. It's an informal gathering of ham folks, no affiliations necessary, good food, and good company. Everyone is welcome to attend. That's Spring Garden Family Restaurant, 4820 North 2nd Street, Loves Park, Illinois, 61111. Oh, yes, I want to mention, mark your calendars for Sunday, May 18th, 2025, the third annual Swap, Meet, and Social. It'll take place from 9 a.m. until noon at the Onondaga Forest Preserve, the same location as the successful Rah-Rah Picnic was held. Okay, there's just Channel 17 on the 10 o'clock news, the weather report. They just showed the Javon Bay Hospital where Al, K9EPZ is. They're showing the time-lapse photography from to a sunset. They showed the sunset, and they showed it being dark there. Okay, as I was saying, mark your calendars for Sunday, May 18th, 2025. The third annual Swap Meet and Social will take place at the Onondaga Forest Preserve, where they have the Rah-Rah Picnic last fall from 9 a.m. until noon. No VE testing session, no sponsors, no vendors, no nothing. Just hands getting together and swapping equipment, telling stories, and what have you. Well, hope to see you there. Again, that's the third annual Swap Meet and Social will take place on Sunday, May 18th. That's to be the Sunday before Memorial Day weekend from 9 a.m. until noon at Onondaga Forest Reserve. Do we have any more stations I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, this concludes our main business for tonight. I think everybody's checked in who's going to check in. I want to thank everybody. Be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter of your grocery store. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter of your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, or your bartenders, or your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter of the local post office and you buy your stamps or envelopes or mail a letter. Be sure you tell your cashier, your bank tellers when you go to cash a check or withdraw money. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your used car dealer, your new car dealer, your garage mechanics. Be sure you, be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, or divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and of course your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. More checking the better than that. Make sure you have valid FCC license before you check it. We do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you sit in the knee and if you sit in the clubhouse, take a knee or clench your fist when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. And we don't, You know, back to blue, we don't take their chickens. That's all there is to it. I'm sure you probably saw that at some of the hockey games in Canada where the Canadian teams are playing the U.S. team. When our national anthem is being played, the Canadian fans booed. That's all about this tariff stuff, which, well, it's been put on hold, fortunately. So we'll leave it at that. Okay. There be no further business. This is the last call for any station who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. With or without traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Okay, one more honorary check-in. Brad, AHQI, you check-in number 40. Okay, there being no further business, this concludes the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, February 7, 2025, with an unofficial count of 40 check-ins. I'm now going to close down this net and return to Repeater to bring the normal answer radio use at 10:24 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 hours, 24 minutes Zulu time, with an unofficial count of 40 check-ins. So the reason, everybody, have a good evening. This is K9GCR, be clear, and wishing you all a very pleasant good night. 7-3. K9MED, K9MED, K9GCR. Boy, I still got room. Kilo Bravo 5, uniform, the last two letters. KB5, uniform, Sierra November. KB5, United States Navy. Okay, we got that, thanks. Will be check-in number 41. That's great. Okay, go ahead and post it. It's a 2-hour, 25-minute net with an unofficial count of 41 check-ins. Yeah, KB9 USN. He's checking number 41. Thanks, Mike, and thanks for everything. 7-3, have a good evening. Enjoy your week. In case